Hello and welcome to the Last Movie Outpost production of how to make a movie series of instructional films. This week, how to make a horror movie. Ever since the birth of cinema, horror movies have been scaring people, from terrifying vampires, hideous monsters, ghouly ghosts, and evil monsters from the future. With modern horror movies, you can churn out 200 to 300 a year without sacrificing any quality. Here is what you'll need. Story. The most important part of any movie is the story. Fortunately, with horror movies, you don't have to think too hard about them. Simply take an original story and then churn out a sequel about it. No matter how many sequels there have been about Halloween, the fans love to see Michael Myers in his mask running around killing people, over and over and over and over and over. Sequels are a great way of churning out as many movies as you like without overthinking them. Give your sequel a title that doesn't include a number of how many you've made, so you don't want any of your brighter members of your audience to know how many you're churning out. Kills. More important than the story is the kills in your modern horror movie. People aren't interested in things like the main protagonist's story arc, they just want to see people getting killed in horrible ways. I say, that looks rough. Ouch! You're going to need to put a plaster on that. My word, right in the naughty bits. Oh no! I'm pretty sure heads aren't supposed to do that. You will also need blood. Lots and lots of blood. In fact, the average horror movie contains at least 120 pints of blood. That's about as much as a football team. But don't worry, not much of the blood you see in movies comes from football teams. Most of it comes from your local blood bank or abattoir. Nudity. Unfortunately, most modern horror films are made in Hollywood, and we all know that Americans have dirty minds. Because of this, your movie will have to have some nudity in it, at least a bikini or two. Here in England, it's very hard to find ladies who will strip for the sake of the movie, but there are still one or two who will do it for the artistic integrity of the story. Jump scares. You don't have to worry too much about your movie actually being very scary, since you can just use the old favourite of a jump scare. You have a quiet moment, and then bang! A jump. It's very easy to give the impression that you know what you're doing. You must also have a scene where somebody opens a door or a cupboard and then there is somebody stood behind it. To appear really clever, you could have somebody not stood behind it, and only to have a scare later. That will fool them. Posters. You will need a poster for your horror movie. This should be very simple and have the baddie with a weapon and the title of your movie, and that's it. Maybe if there is a letter T in the title, you could turn it upside down to make it look like a scary cross. Whatever you do, don't oversell your movie. You just need to throw all this together and there you have it, a horror movie. You won't have any trouble selling it, since there are lots of companies out there that will snap up anything these days.
Netflix, you're greenlit. Who am I speaking with?
All you need to do now is invest in a popcorn company, since your audience will be throwing it in the air at the scary moments of your film. Modern horror fans will lap up your horror movie, since they will lap up anything these days. Well, after all that, I need to sit down in my slippers with a cup of tea, which I might have to Irish up a little. So we will see you next time on the How to Make a Movie Series of Instructional Films, brought to you by the lastmovieoutpost.com.